Oh yeah, that does feel nice. So we're looking at the Callaway APEX TCB forged irons today. Elite players, tour players inspired, forged, great feels, tour shaping, all those buzzwords that we like to see in an iron that looks this way. Should we see if they're any good? Not a bad opening shot from the distance with a little soft cuddy 6. A wedge chip and run. That's a TCB forged par, isn't it? Lovely. Very good looking club. Oh, not so good for picking up though, look. Come on. No, this doesn't work. Oh, maybe in the end it does. So what we're getting? We're getting slim top lines next to no offset. Beautiful Callaway finish. You get this kind of drilled in, keyed in port thing at the back, which as I can see, you can't really do anything with it. It's, maybe you can at fitting, but I mean the website's amazingly kind of not really saying much about this club. But I mean this is everything this club stands for. This is a 4-iron, which is a club I just do not game, and certainly if I did I wouldn't game it at this kind of shape, but I would understand and still do why you would aspire to. It's absolutely blooming gorgeous looking. Like it is a I want to be this player kind of a club, which is why we do see elite and tour player written with the marketing stuff. It's the 4-iron up there then. Let's give it a hit. The 6-iron on the first felt. Great. And that's one of the things they say with this club, it will feel really good. Oh yeah. I can still hit a 4-iron like this, people. Do not worry. Nice shot, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Does feel blooming good. Looks great. Not for me. On 46 yards, going to hit just an easy 8-iron, and that's the thing with these clubs. They're very true lofted. They're very true looking. 8-iron just looks stunning. And they do feel superb. Like if you are this kind of bracket of golfer, this is ticking many of the boxes. Looks, feels, sounds. Yeah, impressive. Should we go and have a look at the tech, whatever that might mean in a set of clubs like this?
Hi guys, Coach Lockie here, talking you through the APEX TCB iron tech. And Callaway are saying that these are specifically designed for tour players and elite golfers. Now I'm sure Mark will have something to say about that as the video goes on, as I'm sure any golfer could use these golf clubs. Now Callaway are also saying that these clubs are engineered for forged performance, shot making and control in a tour inspired forged player's cavity back. The irons have a classic compact look and spec package for the best players in the game. The irons also have an extremely soft feel and give optimum ball flight and control, precision distance control, and as said before, they have tour shaping and design. Now amazingly, that's all of the tech on their website. No mention of the nuts and bolts on the back or any cut face like they produce in lots of their other irons. So let's head back onto the course and see how Mark's getting on.
Oh. Eight iron went the distance I'd expecting. Again, it's just, they're true. The tech, for want of a better word, is exactly where you would expect it. It's interesting, isn't it? I always think, and maybe post in the comments down below, there's just like people who have higher handicappers, so people maybe looking at not these clubs, seem to feel like they want more tech, where your better players want less tech. I think The high handicappers just want to hit the ball in play, and tech's going to do that very little. I do like the kind of slightly understated nature of these, and I love the overstated nature of the beautiful looks. Hit the 4-iron again, which is not the play for me, just so I've got a fuller shot in to hit another iron. I'll hit that medium, but it's like the perfect line, just right at the bunker. It wasn't the best strike in the world, wasn't shocking, but it's flown fine. And when I've tested these kind of clubs against bigger, chunkier ones, it's generally launches that change, which obviously could help people who don't hit the ball as high as they want to, me included. Does Apex feels Apex good? Should we go and look at the numbers? As you can expect, they're going to be true, because they're true lofted. At the end of the day, we talk about tech, it often comes down to really the loft that you're delivering at the end of the day. Let's go and see what numbers I did get out of them. Let's take a look at the numbers. So 8-iron carrying 149, standard deviation of 3 yards, love the tightness. 6-iron carrying 179, standard deviation of 3 yards. 8-iron spinning at 7,000 indoor revs outside, that's going to be 7,500, 8,000. It's just really true numbers as you'd expect. 6-iron indoor spin at 5.1, outdoors it's 5.5 to 6,000, spinning the number of the club. They're doing exactly what I would expect. Really, really true numbers. I was able to hit target, as you can see from the top 2 numbers here. You know, very consistently hitting target, and I felt like everything I put in was coming out the other end. There was no surprises, which is kind of what you want from these clubs. That's what people are buying into. How much surprises other clubs give you is, you know, a debatable thing that we can keep talking about. As someone now uses game improvement clubs, I'll see how long I keep them in my bag for. But when it comes to performing and true performing, look at the standard deviation on the backspin numbers. 265, 265 from this nearly 7,000, 114 from this 5,100. It's just really tight, high performing, good numbers. So we've got 147 to the flag, ball below my feet. Gonna hit the 8-iron. So really we're getting, I mean, it feels, it sounds, it looks from this end as I look down like a blade, but we are getting this fraction of help, and I do think this is seriously much more now a kind of all player, all kind of market. They say elite and those kind of things, but surely for me, if you really like this look and you're hybriding correctly or even comboing your irons properly for lofts, this is something that you could game in the lofts where it doesn't really matter that you're getting that little bit more help, or it's certainly much more harder to find, but it's there and it makes you feel that bit more secure. For me, when I put these down by the ball, there's plenty of club down by the ball. It's a thin top line, yes, but I don't feel like I'm not going to get what I need out of these. You know, this is a tricky shot. Ball's a long way below my feet. It's an iron I'm expecting to hit quite close, wind off the left. See if I can pull it off. And it does just feel great. Like, the feel is as good as anything. I mean, it does in all intents and purposes. It just feels like I'm hitting a bladed iron. These are spot on. So we're 120 yards out, so I've just put the ball down here to hit a little wedge, like a little 3/4 wedge in. And it feels like a specialist wedge. You know, this does start to feel like it's really gonna blend with my specialized wedges. It's gonna be seamless. Lovely rounded shape to it. And it feels, again, like through the set, it's consistent feeling, it's solid. It's definitely everything that elite tour pro will say they want sound feel from a club. But at the same time, I think ordinary golfers might want that as well. I don't think it has to be, why would a sound and feel have to be just for good players? If the results are what you want, launches, distances, spins, fit into your set, into your gappings, from your wedges to wherever you end up with your longest iron, can't everyone just have good sound and feel? I think they can. I try not to relate, it's hard, but I try not to relate it to handicaps as much as possible. Could I game these irons? Absolutely. Do they tick boxes of looks, feels? Yeah, like 10 out of 10 for all those boxes. Do Callaway make a lot of irons? Yes. But it seems like where we are with golf manufacturers at the minute, they just make a lot of irons, don't they? Like a lot of sets. We're a fussy bunch, aren't we? I just think it looks, feels, sounds, performs as good as any iron out there in this bracket. This feels beautiful. And what it does is it fills the brief of sounding, looking, feeling. Which doesn't take away from the performance, because the performance is exactly where you'd want it to be. It's in that slot, it's in that place. I think you could game them, you could certainly try them, whoever you are. I don't think many people would game the 4-eye, me included. Doesn't mean it's not desirable. It's just easier gloves to hit, really.